For someone who has grown up with crippling trauma for 20 years, the number one question I've asked myself every single day is, how do I heal and make the scars disappear? But turns out I had it all wrong, and I was chasing the wrong thing, which made me miserable and bitter. Then I stumbled upon Kung Fu Panda 2, which gave me a different perspective, and that changed my life forever. And by the end of this video, not only will you be able to face your past without fear, but you'll also get to know what you should actually be chasing instead of healing, and that is Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2 embodies the tragic illusion that healing trauma means erasing its existence. Rather than confronting the pain of his parents' rejection and the fact that his banishment led to their demise, Shen clings to control, domination, and prophecy, believing that if he conquers all, his past will no longer define him. The film suggests that healing doesn't come from rewriting history. However, most of us who have suffered from any form of trauma find ourselves chasing healing without understanding the pain we carry or what healing actually means. We strive to change the way we look, our unique personalities, or fill the hole in our hearts with drugs, alcohol, sex, partying, or we end up like Shen and become miserable, bitter people who seek to destroy so the world can feel our pain. One thing we fail to understand is that the above is never enough, and that's why the soothsayer told Shen,
"The cup you choose to fill has no bottom."
The temporary satisfaction we get from these actions might fool us into thinking we're healing, but we're not, because we fail to understand that healing from trauma is never a destination, but a journey. A journey that requires one thing to help us lead normal, prosperous lives through its ebbs and flows. However, what is it? To find out what this thing is, we must look at Po's story. Po's story is one of tragedy. His people, his family were killed in mass genocide. Once he encountered Lord Shen's wolves who bore the mark from the day Po lost his parents, it triggered Po's PTSD, unlocking shattered pieces of memories of how he lost his parents, opening a wound that Po never knew even existed. That's why I keep saying healing is not a destination, but a journey. If you were to ask anyone who was unfortunately a victim of sexual assault, it could have been 30 years since their unfortunate incident, but one trigger could take them back to that fateful day as if all the progress they made up until that point was useless. Let me cook. Po then embarks on a journey to stop Lord Shen and to find out what happened to his parents. I would like to skip to the second to the last battle between Lord Shen and Po, right before Po was blasted by the cannon. Po asked Shen the truth about his parents, to where Shen told him that his parents never loved him. This is what is called projection. In this instant, Shen isn't just trying to hurt Po. He's projecting his own unresolved abandonment and guilt, and because he's blinded by trying to heal what he doesn't understand through inflicting pain, his spiral becomes self-destructive. Shen believes that by controlling others and erasing threats, he can rewrite the emotional script of his own rejection, because he views healing as a destination that he must get to by any means necessary, not as a journey that he has to go through one step at a time. When Po finds himself at his old village with the soothsayer, the answers to all our questions are finally answered by this emotional pivot that occurs right after. Po doesn't find healing by changing the past or confronting those who hurt him. He finds inner peace by witnessing the full story of what happened, his mother's love, his survival, and the pain that shaped him, and by choosing not to resist, illustrated by the Tai Chi movements with the droplet of water that symbolize Po letting his trauma flow through him and finally letting it pass, and hence he found inner peace. He never fixed his trauma, he made space for it without letting it define him. Like I said, healing from trauma is a journey, not a destination, and that one thing you need through the ebbs and flows of that journey is inner peace. Inner peace to recognize that you're doing better each day even when you don't feel like it. Inner peace is recognizing that each day you don't let your past define you, you get a small piece of your life back. The concept of inner peace is so foreign to Shen that he never understood how Po was okay even after he scarred him for life. There's an old African proverb that says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. Best believe anything is possible with inner peace. We all have a shot of living awesome lives after trauma, We just have to stop chasing healing and start embracing inner peace. And always remember,
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are.
who you choose to be on that healing journey is who you actually are, which is either a victim or the one who never gives up. So thanks for watching, embrace inner peace, see you next time, and check out this video about chasing dreams and dreaming big, featuring Turbo.